this section, I'm going to explain which are the different stages in the development of a business case. Basically, it's in the pre-feasibility analysis phase when we will start to develop an initial business case. If you remember, in this pre-feasibility phase, different options were analyzed. When the project is approved in the pre-feasibility phase, this will enter in the feasibility analysis phase. It's in that stage when we develop a final business case, which is basically a much more detailed business case, including more information, more aspects, and analysis more specific and better informed. Finally, if the business case is approved, the project will proceed to the acquisition or development stage. The first stage of development for a business case is the strategic outline case. In this document, mainly we will establish the principle of the business case and we will focus on explaining clearly the connection between the business plan and the strategic needs for the organization. This is connected with what we were explaining at the beginning of the session. In the case of large infrastructure projects, is in this strategic outline case when the different options connected with the site where the infrastructure will be located may be included. Also, in that document, we will include the contacts with local authorities, and in the case that the development, that the project includes a public body, this may involve a public consultation exercise in order to know how people from a particular area will be affected. As you can see, what we are doing in this strategic outline case is to inform important stakeholders and gather information from that stakeholder that support the business case. The second phase in the business case development is to produce the outline business case. Basically, this document will develop the strategic outline case by providing much more details, such as the different financial options, the implications in terms of teams and people, and the analysis of the benefit realization. Also, this will include the different decisions on procurement routes and how this will be analyzed. I mean, which tools we will use to analyze the procurement routes. In the final stage of the business case development, we will produce the full business case. This document is developed from the outline business case and will provide much more details about the different outcomes. For example, for any consultation with organizations and public bodies, also will include a more detailed plan and an improved analysis of procurement. And it's important that this document include the final cost and the outcome of the decision criteria. Basically, this will be the latest version. Here you can see more graphically the business case development process and how the different stages connect with the definition of the project. Actually, we can consider that during the pre-feasibility analysis, we will be developing the strategic outline case. In the feasibility phase, we will be creating the outline business case, and during the development plan, we will be producing the full business case. Also, if we will understand the connection between this business case process and the project life cycle, we can consider that the project case development will be connected with the initiation phase and the planning phase. So, by the end of the planning phase, the business case must be complete and reflect all the relevant information. Obviously, during the deployment of the project, we can make references to the business case to understand if everything is working accordingly. Another important aspect about the business case is that this document can provide a record of decisions made by top management in order to justify the realization of the project and the economical and strategical decisions that support this project. Also, as we will be creating the business case from the pre-feasibility analysis, we can check the different options that has been considered. So through this approach, the business case becomes a record of recommended options that will give us the rationale and evidence that support the decision, and this can be checked at any time during the definition and implementation of the project. Okay, with this, we are finishing this part of the session. Please, you have here the different references. You can check the chapter 4 of the book that we are following in this module, Physical Asset Management. And I strongly recommend you to have a look at this paper. You can find this article in the reading list, and it's very interesting to understand the connection between the business strategies and the project success.